this Clan War series, best of 7, and we'll see if whether or not Ruff will be able to even it out at 2 apiece, or whether we will have QXG be able to take a commanding 3-1 lead.
Yeah, Dark Cell's been impressive so far. 2-1 up for Quantic Gaming, and hoping to put a stranglehold on this, make it 3-1, make it very difficult for the remaining member time of vVvGaming to come back in this one. So Ruff has to stop the damage here. 2 games have already been dropped here to Dark Cell. He's got to even this up at 2-2, make it a best of 3, and that gives vVv its best chance to win and remain undefeated in Wednesday Night StarCraft.
Yes, so Dark Cell saying that Ruff was tricksy in choosing Testbug, the map that only has 3 spawning locations, so it is open for a lot of rushing patterns. With that triple Rax Marine Rush, we'll see if that will be his opening, or if Ruff will surprise us with a new type of opening.
Yeah, really looking forward to see what Ruff has in store for us. Again, we have Dark Cell's standard ZVT. I think we're a little bit familiar with now that we have seen 2 games. It's gasless, it's a lot of queens, spine crawlers, and drones, using those tier 1 Zerglings and Banelings to do a lot of damage and take control of the map. So we'll see what Ruff has in store. He's been able to watch Dark Cell here 2 games in a row. He knows he has to shut down this guy for vVv to have its best chance, and he knows what style Dark Cell has in store for him. So we'll see what interesting build he has in store for us as we get started on Testbug. Dark Cell spawning as the orange Zerg in the eastern position, and Ruff as the blue Terran in the northwestern position.
You know what, all this time we're talking about Ruff, and we're talking about how interesting his builds are, and he could just completely surprise us and go completely standard Terran, and we would still think it's an interesting build because we don't expect it from him. We are getting a supply depot down on the low ground, and this is normally something that you see more when you're trying to go for a fast expansion and trying to wall off this very, very large opening here. So if Ruff does decide to go for a macro style of play, and it may catch Dark Cell off guard, and Dark Cell may try to build a bit too many spine crawlers or too many Zerglings and not have enough drones.
Well, with this style, the gasless style, it's really about reading your opponent and figuring out how much pressure is coming. You want to add spine crawlers as you feel pressure. You want to add queens as you think that harassment, banshees, and hellions are coming. So if Dark Cell does a nice job scouting here, and he will get his first bit of information, seeing this low ground SCV building this barracks, and now doing a bit of harassment himself, we'd hardly see this from Zerg, able to be the aggressors harassment-wise. He's going to be able to get good information here and make decisions based on what he sees.
All right, but Ruff now already going for that second Rax as well. You can see that Dark Cell doesn't see gas, so that is what was important, that he didn't see gas being placed down. So this one drone still wandering around. As soon as this drone backs off, another SCV may try to build a barracks, or this SCV is just going to continue to chase that drone, as the drone, if he activates that center Zelnaga Watchtower, should be able to see any aggression coming in, as Ruff is going for his typical triple Rax rush.
And we see Dark Cell actually changing things up. He is going for a Speedling opening, and I imagine he will be getting out quick Banelings to try to counter this heavy marine aggression just on one base at the moment. We'll see whether his next gas, as he is continuing to mine gas, whether his next bit of gas goes into a Baneling nest. So he's going to want to try to drone up to a decent saturation here and then counter this build with Zerglings, Speedlings, and Banelings.
Yeah, so Zerglings, Speedling, Banelings may be coming in. Zerglings already down on the low ground. A Queen now being trained up as well. As we are now getting into 100 gas, I cannot imagine perhaps going into a fast tier 2, as 100 gas is a lot at this stage in the game, as this SCV is just going to get picked apart, unable to get inside, and those 4 Zerglings able to tear apart an SCV, as Dark Cell still, I guess, confusing me at this point.
Well, I think he's going to place down the Baneling nest at some point here. Actually, he might be going for an expansion, but Ruff is going to be coming out with the aggression here. He's already got 3 Marines, now 6 Marines. Maybe choosing this opportunity, lowering that supply depot might bring some SCVs as well. Here they come, 2 SCVs along with these 6 Marines, another 3 on the way. and Darkcell really needs to get up a Baneling Nest. That's why he has all this gas. It's the perfect counter to this 3 racks pressure, and he instead is going for a hatchery.
Yeah, we see Zerglings in the center portion of the map. You can see 3 Marines, and as soon as he saw that triple Rax rush, he may have a different plan or strategy now, as the Marines are going to be able to put down some pressure. SCVs in the front, able to absorb and try to get some damage, as the Zerglings now trying to surround from both sides, and a very nice flank coming in from Darkcell to clean up those Marines.
Wow, so not even needing Banelings there, and it looks like actually the Baneling Nest, oh, beautiful. Darkcell canceling that hatchery, so Ruff is not going to think that he's going to be under pressure here, but we're going to have Banelings and Speedlings ready to assault the front door of Ruff, and unless he gets up a number of Marines and does a nice split, maybe a bunker or two to absorb Baneling fire, he's going to be in trouble.
Yeah, that's something I haven't seen in quite some time. Using the creep in order to build a building. So when a hatchery is canceled, there's a little bit of creep left over, and if you can time it just right, the Baneling Nest can actually be built down. The problem though is that the Baneling Nest is currently bleeding because it is not on creep. So if you take a look at it, its maximum hit points is nowhere near there, and it's going to continue to take damage. So there's going to be a small window of opportunity where these Banelings can actually fight.
Yeah, losing about 2 HP per game second, so yeah, this is a ticking time bomb for Darkcell at the moment, but really if that does go down, all he lost was a few minerals. Canceling that hatchery and the Baneling Nest doesn't cost him too much. He's going to be able to put on a lot of pressure here, and it looks like Ruff adding on Tech Labs at the exact wrong time. He needs to be producing Unit Tier as the Baneling's finally coming in for Darkcell. Ruff does not know that that hatchery has been canceled, and Darkcell about to stream Banelings and Lings into the base of Ruff.
Yeah, so those Banelings are going to be dealing a lot of damage, 80 damage each. He needs about 12 in order to finish this off, but he's going to be going for the supply depot instead, so the supply depot is going to get taken down very quickly. Tech Labs goes down, Zergling's now just streaming in, and Ruff is in a bit of trouble. He is not going to be able to fend off this attack nearly as easily, as the SCVs are just trying to mineral path down to the low ground. They want to fight here, and the Zerglings are going to have to fight against a lot of those Reapers. The Reapers are now trying to dance around, but they do have that metabolic boost. Both sides battling it out. SCVs absorbing a lot of damage there. But really, that was a brilliant play by Darkcell. Darkcell, I believe that Baneling Nest is going to be dying sometime soon, but it doesn't matter, as Ruff, I think, is going to be saying GG in just a moment.
Beautiful play there by Darkcell, out-cheesing the cheeser. Ruff coming in with his 3 racks. Darkcell getting a nice flank, perfectly timed Zerglings there, and just the right amount, taking down those Marines, forcing Ruff instead to try to go into a mid-game, and then Darkcell canceling that hatchery, getting up the Baneling Nest even though it was bleeding. He was able to do all this damage, get a nice bust there, and Ruff did not see it coming.
Yeah, I didn't even see it coming. I was just watching this game going, what is he going to try to do? Is he going to try to go into quick tier 2 and spine crawler rush? Because that was the only thought on why you would be sitting on that much gas, but really Darkcell played that perfectly, as we now go into a match or game match here in this best of 7 series. Will QXG be able to finish it off in 5, or will Time be able to push it into a game 6?
Yeah, it's all going to